Bible tells us that Adam and Eve were both created by God in His own image. What does that mean? It's difficult for us to understand because every time we hear the English word image, we think of something visual that's set before us that we can see with our eyes. That's not what the image of God was. It wasn't as though God was creating just little mini-me's that looks just like Him, but just in little miniature form. It's not as though God has 2 ears and 2 eyes and a nose and 10 fingers and 10 toes, and that's how He went about creating human beings. No, the image of God refers to something much different. The image of God refers to Adam and Eve being created with a will and a desire that was perfectly in harmony with God. They had free will, but initially that free will only desired what God wanted and only wanted to please and love and thank God. Now, after they fall into sin in Genesis chapter 3, they lose some of that. They become corrupt and their hearts become corrupt, and then only through faith are they able to restore any concept of the image of God. But it's interesting to note that in Genesis 4, when Adam and Eve start having their own kids, where we hear that those boys are created not in God's image as Adam and Eve were, but in Adam's image. In other words, these boys now have a sinful nature just like Adam and Eve now do as they've brought sin into the world. They don't have the perfectly pure heart that Adam and Eve were created with. So it wasn't as though these guys changed physical appearance or anything like that. It's just that they are now rebellious against God. They've lost the perfect image of God. And only through faith can that be restored. And one day when we get to heaven, that image will be, as we're glorified in Christ, that image will be restored perfectly and the sinful nature will be done away with.